What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon. MLB DFS video. It is for your Thursday. It's a very small slate. It is July 24th. We are back with another video. If you've never been here before, welcome. You're in for a treat. Here's how we do it. So we're going to go we go game by game. So we've got 4 games on the main slate we're going to look at. We're going to look at both pitchers. Then we're going to look at the batters that we like on each team. Now, the majority of the time, it's going to be about 3 to 5 batters, but there might be times where we think, hey, I want to stack this team, then we'll look at some more batters there. So stick around. It's going to be a shorter video than what you're used to, but did not have a video yesterday. If you want to see the reasoning why, it's in the absolutely free Discord down below. But check everything out in the Discord, or everything in the description of this video. And at the end of the video, I'm going to post the, you can see it on the screen, but we're breaking down team by team fantasy football for 2025, which we're very excited about. So if you are new to the channel, we do have giveaways every single day. We have 2 of them to be exact, and here's how you can win. You got to like this video, you got to be a subscriber to this channel, and you got to leave a comment. You do all 3 of those, and this video gets at least 50 likes. You will have a shot at a free week of FTA+. That's a week of all sports: MLB, NASCAR, PGA, MMA. If this video gets at least 100 likes, a chance at a free month, 150 likes, a free year, 200 or more likes on this video, a chance at a lifetime pass. Second way to win, somewhere in the video there'll be a keyword or a key phrase. Be on the lookout for it, type it in, and see if you're the winner. So we're going to see who the 2 winners are, or maybe the 1 winner from the video on July 22nd. 900 views, 44 comments, 92 likes. So this person right here, even if the keyword is here, will only win for getting a minimum of 50 likes. There you go, Relentless D85, congratulations. Please email me, dfshelp1@gmail.com. Say you are the 722 video likes winner. And then if you have an account on our site, if you do not, let me know a username, email, and a password, and we will set you up. So the keyword was taco. So we're going to re-roll it. So you do have a 1 in 44 shot to get picked again because you had the keyword of taco. Steve Weilers, congratulations. You know the drill. Keyword winner. Email me, let me know you are the keyword winner for 722. So that being said, we're going to use outlier.bet to look at all the games. We do have the early game, Baltimore at the Guardians, but we are not going to use that one. We're just going to do the main slate. And this is why we love Outlier, and hopefully you guys do as well. So we've got Toronto, who just took 2 of 3 from the Yankees, and they are headed to Detroit. We do have weather concern here. This is the only one with some rain. We've got Reese Olson versus Eric Lauer going in here. So we'll just look at the players. And we'll see how they've done. So Reese Olson, 2.71 ERA, which is great. 5 innings is basically probably what you could expect. On DraftKings, you're looking for right around 25 to 30 fantasy points per your pitcher. On Fanduel, about 40 to 50 since you only have 1. So he is averaging 16.2, so it's on the upper end, and he gets to go up against Toronto. Then you see 21.45 against Texas, a couple of bad games there, then a good game against this Toronto team May 17th. So he hasn't faced him in over 2 months. He's only made 3 starts in July. This will be his 4th one. As long as he is good and he goes minimum of 5 innings, that would be awesome. He's had success against this Toronto team in the past. We could see that happen again. We've now got Eric Lauer. He was at first like just an opener guy. And you can see coming in the bullpen. And now they've been giving him the leash, and he's been going out and he's been shoving for when we've needed it. Now he does have a tough matchup here against Detroit. In his career, 36 plate appearances, a 382 batting average. So this is why we're a little bit different than other providers. We're going to use Outlier, and we're going to use the batters, and I'm going to show you splits, BVP. It's all in one thing if you want to find it. The link to sign up for Outlier is down below. You're going to get a 7-day free trial. So just kind of looking, Reese Olson, like I said, he's already faced him before, did not get the win, did not get the loss, had no earned runs in that game. But if you want to look at Toronto bats, we look at them against Reese Olson. No one's done really anything at all. No home runs. The average is very low. Then we break it down a little bit further. So maybe the average is down. Now, what are we going to look at for bats? So if you were to ask me 3 batters for this game, I'm looking at George Springer, who's batting over 300 with 11 bombs against right-handed pitching. I'm probably looking at Addison Barger, 290 batting average with 13 bombs. And I think I'm going to have to go with Alejandro Kirk. Now, hopefully he starts and not Heineman, so that's definitely something to see. But Kirk, 309 batting average this year against righties, 6 home runs there as well. So if we go to the flip side, Detroit bats against Lauer. Baez batting 364 and 11 at bats, so not very many, but does have a home run. Torkelson also has a home run, and then Matt Vierling is batting 375 in 8 at bats against Lauer. But against left-handed pitching this year, Javi is batting 329, only 2 home runs, but that's a really good average for what you're looking for. Zach McKinstry against lefties, 329 batting average. Probably looking at him as well. Winfield Perez, like if you want to get a little bit different stack here, batting 343 against lefties this year with 3 bombs. So those would be my 3 that I would look at. And if you did want to go a Detroit stack and you're looking for a couple others, Torkelson's going to have to be in there. Probably going to be looking at Gleyber Torres as well if you want a 5-man Detroit stack there. So the next game we've got going on, we've got San Diego at St. Louis. You've got Yu Darvish versus Sonny Gray. We did not use Sonny Gray last time because he was 10,000 or 9,800. And I said he could get lit up, okay, against Arizona in Arizona because he was 9,800 and he was out of my price range. So hopefully you guys listen to me. But yeah, 3.1 innings, 8 earned runs there. Not an ideal situation. Is now hosting San Diego. Splits wise, at home when he pitches, got a 283. So the guy's just been way better at home. So if you want to use that information there. Then you got Yu Darvish. This will be his 4th start of the year. 6 ERA, coming off 3 earned runs. He's given up earned runs in every game. Splits wise, you can't really go off splits. It's been 3 games. One of the pitchers, or one of the games on the road was 5 innings, 3 earned runs. So not a ton. Very hard to go off of that. But now I'm like, we got to go in and you got to see the batters use an outlier to see which Cardinals batters maybe have done well against Yu Darvish. Obviously, some have seen him maybe when he was with the Cubs, but it's definitely always something to look at. So Yu Darvish, like not a ton, but obviously Arenado's seen him. Arenado, 429 against him with 3 bombs, which is great. You go against right-handed pitching, not as well, but I would go Arenado. He just sees the ball well. I'd go Alec Burleson. And I'd go with Brendan Donovan batting 327 with 6 home runs there. San Diego against Sonny Gray. So if you think he's not going to have a good game, he does pitch better at home. Machado has 2 home runs against him, and Jackson Merrill has a home run. But against righties, like you got Johnson here. 14 at bats, batting 429. I doubt he's in, but he may start. Maybe we get him in there. Manny Machado this year, 295 batting average with 8 home runs. And then Tatis this year, 278 batting average with 14 bombs. Now, if you want to add a couple more just because you want a full stack, Gavin Sheets I would look at. Probably Luis Ariz. Obviously, you're not going to get a ton of power out of him, but base hits are fantasy points. Doubles, obviously, much better. So now we've got the Sacramento at Houston. You got Luis Severino versus Jason Alexander. Now, Jason Alexander, I believe, just got called back up. Expected to be called back up and expected to start. Let's see. Yeah, because it should have been McCullers' turn. He's now on the IL for the 3rd time this year. Yeah, so Alexander on the minors, 5-0 record, 7 starts, 169 ERA, 36 Ks to 21 walks. The whip is up there in 42 innings. But not much success this year when he's been up in the majors. He's gone 6 innings once against this Athletics team, went 17.3 fantasy points there at his price of 6,500. They've now bumped him up to 7,800. I can't pay 7,800. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Versus Luis Severino. Severino has been better on the road. You look at his splits. His home, 12 starts, 7.7 fantasy points per game, 6.68 ERA. Then you got him on the road. I mean, it's not as good. I mean, it's not good. It's 12.4 fantasy points. He is 6K. The Astros have been hitting very well, though. But on the road, it's cut that in half. So, Sevy, for tournaments, I could see. I just don't think I want to pay $7,800 for Jason Alexander, who has not had much success this year pitching. So, if we look at that, let's go check out the bats for both sides. If we're looking at the batters against Alexander, which I kind of feel maybe we should, like not a ton. I mean, basically one start, nothing there. No one has a home run, but against righties this year, a little bit. Like there are some players here that I wouldn't mind. Nick Kurtz, batting 309 with 15 bombs. I would look at him. I would look at Tyler Soderstrom if he's in there, batting 270 with 17 bombs. Maybe Austin Wynns. I don't know if Austin Wynns is going to start, but 328 batting average with 5 home runs. Maybe throw in a little bit of Brent Rooker, batting 265 with 16 bombs, and Lawrence Butler. So, and I'll admit, I can tell you when I'm right, when I'm wrong. I am staying away from Jason Alexander. I do not trust him. Now, if he shoves, I'll come back in tomorrow's video and I'll eat crow, but I just do not trust him. His price is way too high, at least on DraftKings. But if you look at Sevy, Singleton has a home run, Dubon has a home run, and Yainer Diaz has 2 against him. Against right-handed pitching this year, they're not doing as well. But what I would look at, I'm probably looking at Jose Altuve batting 291 with 14 bombs. I'm probably looking at Christian Walker batting 239 with 12. I'm probably looking at Yainer Diaz, 236 batting average with 8 home runs, but he has had success against Sevy in the past. So that's what I would look at there. If I have a pitcher in this game at all, it would be Severino. I just don't want to pay that $7,800 for a 2.5 average of fantasy points per game. That's bad. And then Seattle versus the Angels, Yusei Kikuchi is averaging 16.5 versus Logan Evans. So both of these teams are 1 and 2 for this slate that strike out the most. Logan Evans hasn't gone 5 innings since July 3rd. Single digit fantasy points here. Overall, you look at his splits when he's on the road. We see he's got a 6.75 ERA. Now the Angels aren't the best team, but Logan Evans has been bad on the road. Kikuchi, on the other hand, 18.45 against Philly, 16.55 against Arizona in that game. It's very hard. You can see when he pitches, he just doesn't get the run support, where he doesn't get the dub, which is extra fantasy points. 3.13 ERA is what he's at. He has not faced Seattle this year. When he pitches at home, he does have a 1.98 ERA. There's great numbers at home. Yusei Kikuchi is my favorite player or pitcher for today, the main slate for 4 games. So we look at this, Yusei, 4-6 record, 3.13 ERA. He's just not getting the run support. His strikeouts per 9 are 9.38. So like I said, there's been 2 people that have had success against Kikuchi, Randy Arozarena and Luke Raley. But then if we look at left-handed pitching, they're so. Randy Arozarena batting 293 with 4 bombs has had success against him in the past. I would use him. Jorge Polanco batting 279 with 1 home run. I would use him. And then you look at Cal Raleigh, 321 batting average, 16 bombs against left-handed pitching this year. Angels bats against Evans, they've never seen him before. Angels bats against right-handed pitching, there's a ton of green on your screen. So we look at this. I'm looking at Zach Neto. I'm looking at Mike Trout. I'm looking at Taylor Ward. I'm looking at Joe Adell. Shanawell, I don't mind him. So that's a stack there. I don't trust Logan Evans. I would look at Angels as a stack, especially how well they hit right-handed pitching this year. So there you have it. That is the breakdown of the 4-game main slate. I did forget to mention at the beginning, but we're going to do our matchup tool. We've already ran 10,000 simulations in the background. This matchup tool has all the batters have a 10 out of 10 matchup rating. We're then going to do our Pitches Be Crazy segment, and then we're going to do some Makin Bacon bets where hopefully we help you make some bacon. So the keyword of the day, I'm going to go with toddler, because you need to read my Discord as to why I didn't have a video on Wednesday. Okay, so these are all of the batters that have a 10 out of 10 matchup rating through 10,000 sim. Jose Ramirez versus Charlie Morton, that's going to be the early game. Mike Trout versus Logan Evans. Steven Kwan is number 3. Number 4 is Vladdy. Number 5 is Brent Rooker. 6 is Altuve. 7 is Nick Kurtz. 8 is Nolan Shanawell. 9, Lawrence Butler. 10, Christian Walker. 11, Jacob Wilson. 12, Tyler Soderstrom. 13, Yainer Diaz. 14, Luis Ariz. And 15, Luis Urias. So we have 15 there. Our record is 38, though. I don't think we'll ever touch that. So here's Pitches Be Crazy. These are the top pitchers of the day against the teams that strike out the most. I don't necessarily agree with all of them. You got Logan Evans at the Angels. Angels strike out 9.68 times per game, 9.55 at home. Yusei Kikuchi versus Seattle. Seattle strikes out 8.87 times per game, 8.82 on the road. Number 3 is Eric Lauer at Detroit. Detroit strikes out 8.75 times per game, 8.48 at home. Number 4 is Logan Allen versus Baltimore. Baltimore strikes out 8.74 times per game, 8.98 on the road. And number 5 is Jason Alexander versus Sacramento. Isn't that the name of Costanza? I think so. Sacramento strikes out 8.62 times per game, 8.79 on the road. So now we're going to do Makin Bacon. So these are batters we're looking at for home runs for today, the ones that have the best matchups, and we'll go from there. Number 1, we got the best matchups for like 2 hit. Like you could do home runs for some of these, or you could simplify it a little bit, go 1 plus hit, 1 plus RBI, whichever one you want to do, or 2 plus bases. These are the batters that I would start to focus on for this slate. Cal Raleigh's number 1. Number 2 is George Springer. 3 is Luis Arraez. 4 is Alejandro Kirk. 5 is Jose Ramirez. 6 is Yonder Diaz. 7, Jacob Wilson. 8, Jose Altuve. 9, Vladdy Guerrero Jr. And 10 is Mike Trout. So I wouldn't parlay all of those together, but you can parlay some of them. And then pitcher for strikeouts, I'm probably avoiding this today. But a couple I'd look at: Kikuchi, 6 plus strikeouts, maybe go up to 7 if your book has it. Eric Lauer versus Detroit, I would go 4 plus strikeouts, maybe 5 plus strikeouts. Logan Allen versus Baltimore, 5 plus strikeouts is what I would focus on there. So there you have it. That is the breakdown of a really weird 4-game Thursday slate. We'll be back tomorrow with a full 15-game breakdown, same thing that you saw here. So if you liked what you saw, watch the video a couple of times to help us out. Share the video. Definitely leave comments. You gotta like it and subscribe if you want to have a chance at our giveaways. So have a great Thursday. Maybe take a little bit of day off because this is a weird slate, but you won't, I know, because you're here. But have a great day. Good luck. And as always, bring home some bacon. Peace.